wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. And the ball's out there after it. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Woo, deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Nebraska's offense will get the ball for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy. This guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The Cornhuskers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to get into that championship game.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Card in the backfield. It's Dobbs. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Looking for a crease. It's Dobbs. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Finding open areas. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. He'll do it himself. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Huskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Quarterback gets enough. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Huskers are in the hurry-up.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
defense going to stop the clock with a timeout? They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now the play fake. He's going to run it. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. To the air, it's Vega. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away. It's a big-time play.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Great job by the DB on that play. How many times in these types of deep ball situations do we see pass interference? That cornerback could not have played that ball better.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. First play of the period, 1st down here. They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
To the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Makes the grab. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Aztecs are marching down the field. They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside. Defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Vega. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. And the Aztecs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Got his man. Headed to the end zone. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Aztecs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
This is a designed run. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Aztecs!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. It's complete to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line. The give to the back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's got it. At the 40, there he goes. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Isaac. Just making a play. Getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm.
There he goes. Got enough space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll run it to the right. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Oh, he found a space on the right. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Man, it would be hard not to continue to feed this guy the rock. He just makes big plays. Last week you saw it, over 100 yards, making big plays already in this football game. He is a big play waiting to happen.
And the Aztecs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Finds us back in the middle.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Well, this This defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on fourth down. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And the Huskers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Snap from the gun on third down. Looking deep. Falls in the deep ball. Powers through. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that foot.
Trying to get it in. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Now on second and goal. Trying to slam it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on third and goal. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not one, not two, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Vega. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Right on the money. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. The official says no good. And it is still a 4-point deficit. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Back to throw, it's Vega. He's got his man, makes the grab. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down. The Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he's got a chance. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. The sure hands. It's Dobbs. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 22. And the Aztecs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Complete to the left. Touchdown, San Diego State! And that one will put them up here in the second half. PAT unit on the field.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UMass has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Amherst. They're trailing by 28 to Michigan. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Makes the catch. It's Dobbs. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Vega. He's going for a big play downfield. Got it inside the tag. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Little touch pass to the receiver.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Looking for the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Aztecs!
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Nebraska, 14.
Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. It's complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The Cornhuskers want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He'll pull it on the read. Ball is loose. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Bringing the heat. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it hasn't always been that easy for the quarterback. He's been sacked a few times early on, and I don't know if he was expecting to have that much time from the pocket, surveying the field. His feet just never seemed to get settled, and I think that's what forced the inaccurate throw and incompletion.
Gets it out quickly. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need 6s.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He makes the grab. Turning it on! He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Looking to the end zone. Pulls it in. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Nebraska! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on the side.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Vega. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Running free. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, San Diego State.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. The Aztecs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
From the gun, running back on the move.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. And you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Aztecs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is so frustrating late in the game when you got to get the football back and you can't stop them. My goodness, this drive's been going play after play after play. This defense has got to find a way to bow up, make something happen, get a stop, and get the football back.
They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. From the gun. Give on the inside. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
But this situation in the game now with the lead, you know the offense is just going to try and run the football, bleed the clock, and ice this game.
Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Aztecs! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Tight end getting vertical. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB spikes the ball and the clock is stopped.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Second down.
Looking to fire. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.